right, you guys ready to get down to this and get under the Silver Lake?
Yeah?
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. We're Flipper Flicks. I'm Adam. And I'm just going to roll right through that because I don't want to keep saying it. I don't know. I'm out.
Okay. I'm Sam.
I'm Tim.
All right, now it's back to you again.
No. You see, I said I'm out. I got to find the synopsis. I had it up, and now it's gone.
I did the same thing.
We're going to be talking about Sam here in a minute, but that's more or less besides the point. Sam, a disenchanted young man, finds a mysterious woman swimming in his apartment's pool one night. The next morning, she disappears. Sam sets off across LA to find her, and along the way, he uncovers a conspiracy far more bizarre.
Bizarre indeed.
Yeah, so I got dealer's choice, and part of me was wanting to make Sam rewatch a certain scene, and I was just kind of curious what Tim would. I could see you either liking this or disliking it, and I just kind of feel like it's in that respect, it reminds me of like not Day of the Dead. What's the Jim Jarmusch movie?
The Dead Don't Die?
The Dead Don't Die. People either love it or hate it.
Mm.
So
It's a polarizing flick.
she's using those nice words, man.
Big words.
Yes, indeed.
So what's the scene?
What's the scene? Oh, it's the owl scene?
I hate the owl's kiss lady. The way she walks gives me the creeps, man. Like, I can't. I can't deal with it. Like, I
I
fucking
thought it was
hate
a cool
it.
scene.
Oh
It's
my
a cool
God.
scene.
And then when she like stops and like stares at the camera and he's like, "Oh
the
shit!"
camera.
Like I can't.
Cool.
Oh, she's so creepy. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, to be fair, that's the vibe they're going for with that.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I would say.
We watched this movie and Sam's like, so I think Tim's going to be like, yeah, that's an Adam movie.
But then he was like, "Sam picked it." And I was like, "What? I did not pick it."
I don't know. I didn't get. I thought you just kind of picked this one. I didn't like you hadn't seen it. I
Oh,
didn't know you
no.
had seen it before. But knowing that, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's particularly just an Adam movie.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say I
Doesn't
watch
give
it.
that vibe to me.
I don't typically go, it's kind of a neo-noir movie. Like
Mhm.
that's not normally my vibe.
Right.
No, I think the part that speaks to me about your pick is that you can watch it multiple times and still not know what you watched. So that part
That's
to
fair.
me makes it feel like an Adam movie.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I can see where you come from with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, they have the whole beware the dog killer part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like by the end, you're like, is it him? And there are parts
Right.
that you kind of forget that it even is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, I don't think he is.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is
no.
either.
But he has some wild dreams, man.
Yeah. Like that one
And
where.
he's
Oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say the one that sticks out to me. I think it's like the first dream where the girl's like a zombie, like eating the guy, and then the body like
It just-
squishes away. Yeah, like
It gets zerped and flurped.
it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Wow.
also just on one long trip.
That's
definitely.
more or
Luckily,
less
he's
it,
taking,
yeah.
like partying and tripping. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very much made me think of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I can see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was wondering why, with like the lack of dialogue, which is not saying it's bad. I'm just saying the lack of dialogue makes me think it should have been him narrating it.
Okay.
Like I almost feel like it would have fit.
It could have
or felt-
worked.
Yeah, it would have worked better or something if he was narrating it.
I could
Because
see
there's
that.
a lot of times where there was no dialogue. He's just kind of like doing stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
like you're in his head, but it's just I think it would have worked really well as a narrated film.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Yeah. Especially like you see the part where he beats the shit out of the kids because they fucking key his car.
That's fucking great.
Like you could see it. Like he kind of says some shit like fucking assholes or something. Like he just punches them, right? Like,
Yeah.
But that's a part where narration could come into play, or like when he
Right.
is, I don't know, just walking by himself constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the girl comes over. Why does it smell like that? Oh, there are a lot of skunks in the area.
Oh,
You're like, okay, so he's just smoking pot. And then he gets sprayed by his skunk.
Then
You're
he
like,
actually gets sprayed by a skunk. Yeah.
Right. And then constantly like, you smell awful.
Yeah.
homeless king at the end. We just followed your smell.
Yeah.
You kind of forget that he has the scent.
Yeah.
The homeless king. Like, here, yeah, we watched you rub James Dean's head and then sit underneath Sir Isaac Newton.
Yeah, like we
So when
just show up here and wait for people to do that. Like,
Right. Like, so we were actually in LA recently and we were up at that observatory
Yeah.
that was shot at. That's really a pain in the ass to get to,
Yeah.
Huh.
depending on where you are.
I don't think there's James Dean's head up there.
I didn't see his
I
bust
don't
of him.
remember that.
And we were there for a good 30 minutes, like outside, not like the inside. Now the Sir Isaac Newton, that was there, but we did not see the Silver Lake when we were there.
Mm-mm.
We decided that it was it was a fenced off reservoir and it wasn't needed to go into the Silver Lake.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of the music, Tim?
I actually really enjoyed the music. I
Isn't
think
it
it fit
good?
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
I really like the Teeth song.
That's catchy.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the vintagey horror music puts you on edge. It's good.
It's very good. Yeah.
I've listened to it at work a few times.
Yeah, I think it was very well done, and I actually enjoyed how the movie was shot too. A lot. I would just go ahead and say it. The cinematography was great.
Yeah. Oh, Tim, you know what's really funny is my second note here is I have something that says I almost want a narration.
There you
Like
go.
when he's like first with Sarah at the beginning, he's like he
Yeah.
walks out and he sees the pirate. And he like double glances. Like
Right,
I really
like-
wanted him to be like.
It would just be great to be in his head because like half the time he's high, so
Yeah.
it's like to hear what like some cool writing would have been awesome. Just to be
Yeah.
like,
This movie was like,
because
yeah. Go ahead.
he asks about him later on, and the girl's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's anonymous.
He's anonymous, yeah. You're like, what the fuck? Like, I would love to, like, when he's sitting there with her, like, and all of a sudden in his head, he just goes, the fuck is she talking about? Like, stuff like that.
Is that a fucking pirate?
Yeah, exactly. Is that a fucking pirate?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he walks out of the room. Is that a real pirate?
Then there were fireworks, and he's like, "That's really late."
He's like, that's yeah, that's late for summer.
There's so many like
Yeah.
awkward lines in this movie that apparently like turned a lot of people off of it. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, like just like the weird, awkward like scenes. Like he would just go up and be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah. Well, and there's one scene where I forget what it is in the movie. I think it's towards the end. Somebody walks up to him and is like, I like your shirt. And it's like, bro, it's like a plain white t-shirt. Like that's literally all it is. So there's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
little stuff like
I
that
was okay.
that I could feel people being like this. Like you either find it hilarious or you're like, fuck this. Like
Right. So at that scene, that's what I was wondering. I totally forgot to rewind for that, but because I was watching that, I think I had to pause to deal with shit. And like when he does that, I wrote something down, or I got distracted, and I looked back up, and I was like, he's wearing just a white shirt,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
There's blood on it.
But she's like staring at it. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then like Jimmy Simpson is amazing. in
Oh,
this.
Jimmy Simpson.
Is that a
Dude,
women's
yes.
blouse?
Yeah, I think-
Yeah,
What's
I
he
don't know.
say? Yeah, it is. I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I love it. He's just like nonchalant. Yeah, I think so.
He just lives it. He's
just there,
He's rocking it.
Yeah.
Every scene with him, he was stealing every scene.
Yeah. He has a lot of good lines.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember when we were watching it because he was in the women's blouse scene, and I was like, "Is this the only part he's in?" Nah, he's in it a few more
No,
times.
he's
Yeah.
he's in it. And he's always got a fantastic shirt on
Yeah.
Every time.
every time.
But he's always working. I still don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
at
he's
work.
always working. Yeah. Well, he even asked Garfield at one point. He's like, "You working?" He's like, "Yeah." Like,
What do they do?
and then, wait, that's funny though you say that because at one point the girl asks him what he does and he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Is he a prostitute?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's a good question.
Follow me here.
That
So-
that actually makes sense with her asking that.
The waitress, not the waitress, the actress that comes over is coming in very charactery outfits that I would say would be from like pornos.
Yeah.
Like old pornos where like they
Mhm.
wore like the night, like the.
You
that
think she's
nurse-
into role play sort of? Like
Well, I
Yeah,
was
it
just
could
saying
be.
she was
Yeah.
doing role play porns
Yeah.
and she was just coming over.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they know each other because they're in the industry.
There you
That
go.
could be. That's a good. I'm curious now.
It's
He
like
could be.
it's just a little layer that we have no fucking clue.
Yeah, that's a really good theory. Actually, I think I like that one.
There was this quote that I did love though. That's as common as tits and hamburgers.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember what the context to that was.
They're talking about like all of the advertising, and there's at one point they show like Burger King or McDonald's, and like the burgers look like boobies.
Oh.
And so like there's
Yeah.
other advertisements in there in this
They were
whole
talking about the
montage.
subliminal messaging.
Yeah, basically. But I don't know what was as common as that. I don't remember that part.
I don't know. The guy, it was probably the creepy life mask guy.
It was. And those creepy like why would you have so many? And why are they in your living room? And I just have a lot of questions for those. Like
I love.
he's like, I gotta get a whole family. Like what the fuck?
That's the reason
somebody
to
to
have a
pass
family.
this on
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
That's the reason to have a family is so that you can pass it on.
I
to
love it.
somebody.
I knew there was something weird he was gonna say. He's gonna, yeah.
And then I want to
I
know
like-
more about the cult of the whale.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was brought up once and then never talked about again.
They just bring up a lot of little nuggets along the
Yeah,
way,
you find
hoping
it,
you'll
yeah.
catch it. Yeah. Or
There's
don't.
a cult at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So did you guys get the whole like? There's a lot of Egyptian themes, like right?
Yeah.
Like they kept going to Egyptian bars and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they go down at one point. Like they're seeing Jesus and the Brides of Dracula,
Yeah.
like one of their solo shows, and they go downstairs into the Crypt Club,
Yeah.
which was this dope club bar
In like a cave.
in a cave.
Yeah.
So that's a cave at the bottom of the observatory. There's a Griffiths Park. There's a cave there. They like rented out the space and made it into a club
Nice.
just for that scene. Now I want to see a
That does make me a little upset though, because I was hoping it would just be like a cave bar in LA that we can all go
Dude,
to.
I know.
Pretty awesome.
Oh man.
But the main difference of the observatory in the movie and this is that place is 100% full. There are people everywhere.
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't
Yeah.
believe it's ever empty. Maybe at night.
Yeah.
What did you think of the piano player?
I loved that scene. That scene was awesome.
For the banging music.
I actually wrote that down. I enjoy the piano man. Yeah.
He's just like,
Like cruising on the music, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
I wrote this too. I wrote this. He's like, who's paying you? And he just starts shooting at him.
and then he takes Kurt Cobain's guitar and just
He
smashes
just
his
beats
head
the
in.
shit out of him. Oh god.
Yeah.
And that's why he had blood on his shirt. And that's why he had to be
Yep.
in the white t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I will say in that scene too, when the songwriter's like shooting at him, there's a scene where Andrew Garfield like pops up and like he's comically scared. Like I can't
Yeah.
describe his face, but like the way he like screams is like ah, like it's just so funny. Like there's parts of it that's just like oh my gosh, that's gold. So that sticks out.
The
in my
more
brain.
we talk about this film, the more I appreciate it.
right?
It's one of those weird ones that I feel like once you
it's
start thinking about it.
definitely- Yeah, it's definitely one of those movies that is like up my alley. like-
Okay.
I've never heard of it, but the weird shit like The Dead Don't Die.
Yeah.
Even The Wolf of Snow Hollow is not necessarily this weird, but it's like along those,
Yeah.
it teeters.
Yeah.
Movies like that I fucking love, but this one I had never heard of, and this one was definitely fucking weird. This is on the far end of the weird.
Definitely.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's a tough watch for some people, I would say, because most people I think would be like, I don't
They
enjoy
give
this
up,
because
like,
I have no
5
idea what's
minutes
going
in.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well, I mean, I even wrote at the beginning of my thing, like right when the movie started, and it was just like Garfield's face and stuff. I said, "All right, this is gonna be weird."
Yeah.
I was like, "This is gonna be a weird one."
Yeah.
it was, and it's like if you can't accept that you have to accept that you can't understand everything. Some movies,
Right. That's the whole. Yeah.
yeah, if you can't accept that, you won't enjoy this movie.
Yeah. But there's just still little scenes too, like when we're talking about the beginning when he's looking at like the new chick. Is her name Sarah or did I just make that up?
The new chick is Sarah.
Okay, yeah. So Sarah, and then there's like the old lady who's like topless and he has the binoculars and he's just going like back and
Huh?
forth. Like I don't know. There's just like the comedy of it all. It's just like, I don't know. There's certain scenes that stick out in my brain like that.
And this movie is like apparently a huge homage to like a lot of old Hollywood films, because that's actually an exact like the way he's sitting with the binoculars and a cigarette is. There's a movie called The Rear Window. That's an iconic scene from that movie.
Interesting.
And he has a poster of The Rear Window on his wall.
Yeah, I did notice his old movie posters.
Yeah.
But yeah, but another thing with The Dead Don't Die is like they have The Dead Don't Die playing throughout the whole movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this one, they had the Teeth song playing throughout the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
But I found it funny. Like they like go full conspiracy mode. All right, if it's the fifth letter of the seventh word on the fourth day, you're like, bro, you're just getting lucky that things line up.
Seriously, yeah.
But I would say like the 751, like when they're out at the football field, that's probably a code to something.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But Topher Grace is in this movie too.
Yeah, with the drone.
Yeah.
Just waiting to watch a woman cry.
That supermodel. Yeah.
That was kind of sad. Not kind of. That was sad.
Yeah.
So the names Sam and Sarah were picked deliberately.
Uh-oh.
Because there's a Buddhist word called samsara.
Okay.
Oh,
and like when you combine the words together, they make that the names together. They get that, and it's the beginning. It's defined as the beginningless cycle of repeated birth. It's just like a never-ending loop of death and birth.
Oh.
And it was they claim it's a major theme in the movie. I don't know if I saw the death part of it outside of like the people thinking they were gonna be in a tomb.
Well, there's like squirrels dying and dogs dying.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't see them being reborn.
Yeah. Except for the end in the tomb. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a deliberate choice.
Well, look at them.
It's like you could keep talking about this movie endlessly, right? Because it's got so much random shit.
Watch it, yeah.
But
it's just
I will say it was produced by A24, and I have yet to see an A24 film I dislike.
Yeah.
They did Midsummer, for what it's worth, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Sam loves them. She'll see anything by them. Except
and
Midsummer
then
again.
might be like, maybe not
Midsummer again. But the critics gave this a 59%, audience with a 57%, IMDb with a 6.5 out of 10, and Google with a 61%.
Honestly, that sounds right. Like, this is a polarizing film. Like, I don't expect everyone to like it.
And most of my scores were all top of the line, I'll be honest. Like, I love the cinematography. I love the music. I enjoy the awkward dialogue for what it is.
Yeah.
But that's just me. So, yeah, it's a flip on.
Nice.
Yeah. I had a 4 or 5 for just about everything, except I think I dropped pacing. I don't know what I dropped it to.
It is a little slower.
There's a part towards the end where you're like, all right, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because, like, I want to say it's like when he meets the daughter and then they're getting shot at and then he's still going to find the end. Like, I don't know. There's just a part that I'm like, yeah, you probably could have cut it. But otherwise, like, that's my main gripe. I will say, like, I've seen it twice now. And both times I'm like, what did I watch?
It just kind of ends, too.
It just kind of ends. You're just kind of in it to win it, in the ride. I don't like the Owl's Kiss lady, but, I mean, it wouldn't stop me from watching it again. So it's a flip on for me.
I definitely knew that it was the film that was just going to end.
Yeah, I could see that.
I knew that was coming because I was like, this is exactly how these work. It just all of a sudden it'll just be there and over. Like it'll just end. But my scores actually went up the more we talked about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not by much, but they did go up. So like for dialogue, plot, and pacing, I put all as 3. Just because I mean the weird dialogue was good. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. It wasn't just like drawn out weirdness, but also the lack of it I enjoyed. Now I might go up on this though. But I just think the dialogue could have been better with narration. A little bit of narration here and there, like in his head. And I just pictured Fear and Loathing the whole time because you're in just Johnny Depp's head the entire time.
Exactly.
The plot, well, obviously it's weird and confusing.
Yeah.
Pacing definitely felt a little slow at times, but it draws you back in pretty quickly. Acting was great with the 4. Vibe, I gave it a 4. Music, Dan O Sexy and cinematography Dan O Sexy. Originally I had it that I would not stop, but I switched to stop at a hotel. So
Yeah?
it says for fun, breath of fresh air, and I agree. I would definitely watch that again. That was a good film.
Yeah, did Rihanna
Uh,
watch it with you?
No, but I'm gonna make her.
Yeah,
Nice.
you should.
Because it's like, you're going one way.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just want to know.
But,
Yeah.
all right, let's get to next week.
All right.
Let's see. We're going to spin it to win it. Tim, we are again put to the task of picking a streaming service and a genre for Sam.
There you go. What are you
Okay.
guys coming up with?
Which one do you...
What we do last time?
Dude, I don't even remember.
I feel like
was
we've
just
been
thinking.
on. What have we been on? We've been on Netflix because Pinocchio was on there.
Yeah, and we had
Right.
suggestions off of that, and we've done Tubi quite a bit recently.
Okay, HBO.
There you go.
HP? Oh, okay. So, what genre do we...
It was between that and Disney, and I said, well, Disney's kind of hard with genre, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You know what? Maybe a fantasy sci-fi?
Oh, she loves those.
Oh man.
It's in alphabetical order,
Okay.
and it's a lot. So,
Like a lot, as in like 100.
There we go.
Yeah, probably.
What?
Oh God. I've
I
already
think
seen
she
a
needs to
couple I
pick-
don't want to watch.
She needs to pick number 2, right?
No, she does not need to.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, there's a scene they actually used the set of that of 2001: A Space Odyssey. They used the set when the homeless king finds him.
That's funny. And
Interesting.
you ruined it because now she knows what number 2 is.
That's
She's
okay.
not
I
gonna
wasn't gonna
pick
pick
that.
2. All
Yeah,
right, so they're in
I figured.
alphabetical order. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah. No, are they? No, they're not.
Oh.
Oh, kind of weird.
You got to go genre.
They are. They're not. Yeah, I am. But
Let's go with 58.
She likes to
Holy-
make us count.
I do.
What's divided by 58 divided by 2? Sam, go.
29. I feel like that should get us decently far in the alphabet. I need like the Jeopardy song. Oh no, he looks confused.
I think I know what it is.
what do you think it is?
It starts with an E and then an E.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's going to be so excited. She loves this movie, dude.
Oh no.
I've never heard of this movie.
Sarcasm?
No. Sam actually loves this movie.
Oh.
This was one of the movies that she and I watched when we first started dating.
Oh.
It has Shia
Huh.
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
That's all I'm going to give you. Let's see if she can guess it.
And it's a sci-fi fantasy?
I wouldn't put it. I would not have put it in either of those categories.
Yeah. Just by looking at the
What?
It starts with an E.
And it starts with an E? I have
Mhm.
no idea.
Eagle Eye.
Oh, I haven't seen this in a while. I bet this is
Never
shitty
seen it.
now. I'm just gonna say it.
So-
Like it was so good back in the day. I bet it's not anymore.
She really liked it back in the day.
Yeah. Nice.
So cool. Eagle Eye next week. You guys get to know a little early.
Yeah.
If you like this episode, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FlipperFlix. I guess we don't have to say it anymore, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm old. Follow along, see what we're doing. Interact if you'd like to.
Yeah, hit us up there. I don't know. You can also give us recommendations on other of those sites, or you can go to our website at www.flipperflix.com. Yeah, we do a couple recommendations each season, so we just love we're trying to pander right now. We're trying to get you to come to our website, give us some clicks, and recommend us a movie because, we're going to have to pick those eventually, and more the merrier, right?
Yeah.
You can also, speaking of pandering, you can also rate and review us on Apple, Spotify now. Oh, we also do polls there occasionally. So that's always fun.
Answer Adam's questions.
Answer all of my questions, God damn it.
And if you're wondering, when can I catch these fools? You can catch us at 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. We're on Spotify, as Adam mentions, where he does his polls. We're on Apple, Google, Amazon. I believe you can subscribe on the various platforms, and that way you'll get like a push notification or it'll come right into your queue. So that way you don't ever have to look at the clock on Thursday. It'll just be there for you. Kitty!
Can Vader. Bye, Vader.